It was bound to happen, my brother. It was bound to happen. Welcome to the first edition of Breez Unfiltered, which basically means, let me just let them know real quick, my brother. There is no holding back. There is no chains. There is no, I speak what I want to speak on this. And before we get to the topic, I'm going to introduce my brother from another mother. He is our host. Our host. He is our guest for today. He, my friends, is the host of the one and only Cervin Rams Podcast. You need to go check that out right now. After we're done, whenever, just check it out. Boy speaks facts. He spits facts. He lets you know what it is and how it is. Man, welcome to the one and only Mr. Joey Mero. What's going on, sir?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother? I'm good, man. I'm ready to get this. I'm ready to get this started. I'm
Brother,
ready.
you don't even know the topic today. You just agreed to join me. I
Mm-hmm.
could have gone solo, right? But I was like, nah, man. With this topic, I need my brother because he gets just as emotional and passionate about sports as I do, especially this one. And before we say the topic, I want to give a shout out to my brother Stress. Stress, man, I miss you, brother. Hope everything gets better, and we could do what we do on another occasion. There is no more Feel the Breeze, by the way. Just so y'all know, I'll get into that in the next episode. But let's get into this episode, my brother. I need you to tell me, why did they kill my NBA, bro? This was the one sport I've always known, and you know this better than anyone, my friend. Yes, there's
Yeah.
football. Yes, there's baseball, but basketball has always been my go, always been my thing.
Yep.
Brother, they have murdered my game. They have killed my game. This is not the NBA anymore, bro. I can't even
Nope.
I can't watch it. I can't watch it, bro. Yes, I'm a Laker fan. I get that, but this has nothing to do with the Lakers. This has to do with the NBA, bro. What did they do to my game, bro?
Bro. The product is horrible. I mean, just like you, bro. I haven't. It's an unwatchable product. To be honest with you, and I've never thought. I honestly never thought that we would come to this, right? As sports fan, especially me being a huge sports fan, you being a huge basketball fan. I never once thought that we would be in a situation where we would be like I don't like watching the product. Like the product is horrible. And like you said, bro, you're a Lakers fan. You know this better than anybody else. I'm a Lakers and a Bulls fan, and I have been
Yes, you
since
are.
since I was a kid. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
you
And
are. Yes, sir.
the fact that I can't sit there and watch my teams play, bro, because the product is so horrible, and it's not just the Laker product or the Bulls product. It's just a product across the board. It's
I
horrible.
I can't watch
It's
it, bro. I Okay, so
yeah.
let me kind of break down what I'm talking about, right? When we
Mhm.
and I don't want to sound like that old head sour grape kind of thing, right? No.
No, but
I'm
there's
I'm
nothing. But there's nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, and look, I'm gonna get into that too. But
Yep.
and me personally, there's nothing. That old head mentality is what we need. To be honest with you,
Well, yeah, in that sense, right? But
yeah,
basically stating, right? When I used to watch NBA, bro, the talent won. Whoever was the better team won. Okay? Whoever outsmarted the other team, whoever had more heart, whoever had more grit, whoever played their ass off is who won. And that's what made the
yeah.
game exciting because you just didn't know, right? Man, how are they going to come out? Are they going to come out on fire like they did last game? Or are they going to come out
Well,
sluggish like they did? You know what I mean? It's
well,
not
here's
that
the thing, though,
anymore,
bro.
dude.
When also the thing with our generation and when we watched it is guys actually wanted
Cared
to
about the
play.
game, right?
They cared about the game. They actually wanted to play. To them, it's like to them they would get mad if they weren't in the starting lineup. They would get mad if they were being pulled from the game. If they the players then actually cared about the product. They actually cared about the game of basketball. Now, when you got guys sitting out like 15 games a year, 10 games a year, it's like 20 games a year. It's like these guys don't care. You know what I mean? And that's that's why I say it's our responsibility as old heads, because we see this in hip hop as well. The old heads start speaking up, and then all of a sudden you start getting the Nas's of the world, you start getting the AZs of the world, you start getting the Ice Cubes, the Snoop Dogs, and so on and so forth. And you got all these guys dropping fantastic and great albums, right? And it's because old heads like us are speaking up, in defense of the culture, right?
Right.
And for old heads like us, we're speaking up in defense of the NBA culture or lack thereof now, because the product sucks.
Bad, bro. Bad. And we're gonna get into that, right? Because you get the younger generation, right? Always saying something along the lines of, "Oh, but your era wouldn't last in this era." Okay. Two things, right? And I want to address this real quick. You need to stop with that, because our generation would destroy this generation of what they call, right? Because when
Yeah,
our era was there, bro, you got hand checked, you got into your back,
bodied up.
you
Yeah, you
got
got bodied up.
clotheslined, you got bodied up, right? And I hear people say, "Oh, Kobe wouldn't have been able to score 81 in this era." Yeah, you're right. He probably would have broke the 100 one in this era of no physicality. When they say Jordan couldn't play in this era, dude, Jordan would absolutely eat
Can
this.
I can I can I bring up an example? And look, you did exactly what most of us old heads do, right? We bring up Jordan, we bring up Kobe in the conversation.
Right.
For 1 second, or for this particular um
For this segment, let's remove Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron. Let's just do that real quick,
let's do
because those
that.
are
Let's
always
do
the
that.
three.
Okay.
Let's take them out.
Okay. So if we're gonna talk about this era of the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take this Oklahoma City Thunder team
Okay.
as constructed, the way that they are,
Yes. Go ahead.
and you match them up with the bad boy Pistons. I'm talking about I'm talking about Vinny the Microwave Johnson. I'm talking about Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, Mark Aguirre, Isaiah Thomas. Let's match them up against these guys. Now, this is the reason why I bring this up. Now, again, I haven't watched the sport in over 2 years, but obviously, being on Instagram, these clips will come up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chet Holmgren stepping on feet, Chet Holmgren pulling on Wemby's arms, right?
Everybody flopping the
Hartenstein,
minute they shoot the ball.
Hartenstein
Hartenstein
doing the
pulling
same thing.
homeboy's hair.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen if you're in the paint and Bill Laimbeer is right there? You're getting clotheslined. If that's the stunt you're going to pull, either he's going to beat you to the punch, and he's going to clothesline whoever, Hartenstein or Chet or whoever it is.
Yep.
Then you want to talk about SGA, right? You talk about SGA. What did those bad boy Pistons do to Jordan? Every time he went up in that paint,
killed him.
They're going to give him a reason. They're going to give him a reason to hit the floor.
Yep.
Every time he tries to go into the cup. Every time.
Yep. Exactly.
So if this is why I say, this is part of the reason why I say eras matter when you play.
Yes, they
Eras
do.
matter.
Yes, they do.
If you, and you're right again, and we're gonna move LeBron, we're gonna move Jordan, we're gonna move Kobe,
Yep.
and their teams away from the equation.
Yeah.
If you match up this Oklahoma City Thunder team against a 2012 Oklahoma City Thunder team with Kevin Durant, Westbrook,
Harden,
Serge,
Ibaka,
Harden, and who I think, I don't know if Perkins was on that. I think Perkins was on that.
Perkins was there, yeah. Perkins was
right?
there. Yep. They were physical.
You're gonna tell me
they were physical.
No, but not just that. Even though Oklahoma City didn't win a championship with that team, but they won one with this team. You're gonna tell me that this team is better than that 2012 team?
Nah.
You're
Nah.
You're smoking rocks.
Nah, not
You're
even
smoking
close.
rocks if you seriously think that this Oklahoma City Thunder team is better than that Oklahoma City Thunder team. Let's take it a step further. If you think this Spurs team is better than the Tim Duncan Spurs team with
Get out of
Ginobili,
here.
with Parker, with Bruce Bowen, you're crazy. If you think this New York Knicks team, as constructed, with their best player being Jalen Brunson, if you think they're gonna match up well with that Patrick Ewing, Larry Johnson, Allen Houston, New York Knicks team, you're out of your friggin' mind. You're out. And again, I didn't have to use Jordan. I didn't have to use Kobe, and I didn't have
Bro,
to use LeBron as the
how about
excuse. I
this?
mean,
I'll
as
do
the
you
outlier. I didn't.
I'll
I
do
didn't.
you I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. You ready for this? Coming from a
Yeah.
Laker fan, right? This is coming from a Laker fan. I would love to see the Sacramento Kings. Remember the Sacramento Kings? When
Yeah.
they had that team that went against the Lakers and pushed them to the limit?
Yep.
Let's put that team against the Thunder and let's see what happens.
Oh, they get right
Okay?
off the court.
Let's put the Nets, the Jason Kidd era. Let's put that team against
There is nobody on the floor that can play Kenyon Martin one-on-one.
I rest my case, bro. I rest my case.
And a young and I think people don't really understand how good Richard Jefferson was for those Nets teams.
Exactly, bro.
And
exactly.
you got Jason Kidd running the point.
Yes. Bro,
I mean,
throw the Indiana Pacers in there with Reggie Miller, Smits. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Please do. This is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't come down to us being Laker fans. We just gave you other bro. Okay, you ready for this? Watch this. One more, okay, and then we're gonna move to the next thing because I got more to say, right? And we ain't got much time, unfortunately, but we do what we do, right, bro?
Right.
What about the Denver Nuggets with Abdul Rauf? Let's put that team against.
No,
you
even
see what
better,
I'm saying?
What about that Nuggets? What about that Nuggets team with Carmelo Anthony?
Well, Carmelo Anthony, right, bro? What about look? And I've hated them. But what about the Jazz? What about the Jazz?
I got one more because I have a comp.
I
have a comp for Jokic, and that's Arvydas Sabonis.
Sabonis. Let's put that Blazer team, bro.
let's put this Nuggets team against that Trailblazer team.
Not even close, bro. Not even close. This is what I'm trying to say. It has nothing to do with the talent. It has to do with how the talent plays and what they can play through. Bro, they were playing in an era where, like you said, you want to come in the paint, we taking your head off. And that was just a regular foul. There was no such a flagrant. The only flagrant you got is when you got thrown out of the game for punching someone. that was how you got thrown out.
Yeah. Do you honestly think that again, like I said, we're moving and especially Kobe and Michael, because old heads like us, we like to use them as examples all the time.
Right.
And removing them from that equation, do you honestly think that anybody on that Nuggets team or anybody in this league in general, now the way it is now, can deal with somebody can deal with Rasheed Wallace?
I'll give you another one, brother. Seattle Supersonics, Rain Man and Gary Payton.
Nobody. What are we talking about?
Deadlift Shrimp. Not stopping it, bro.
Deadlift
Shrimp.
Right?
Deadlift Shrimp. Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. It has nothing to do with with who we root for, right? We know, everyone knows we are Laker fans, right?
Absolutely.
Look at all the fucking teams we just said that would destroy these teams right now, right? And here's another one, bro. And you'll probably be like, oh shit, I forgot. Well, not you forgot, but damn, we didn't even mention that, right? You're telling me this teams would stop Allen Iverson with no fucking physicality? Is this what we're saying? No, I'm asking seriously.
No, bro. And again, I'm with you, bro. Because as much
ridiculous.
And with all due respect to Steph, because this conversation isn't really about Steph, right?
Right.
But with what they talk about Steph, and how they put Steph on a pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you completely ignore that Allen Iverson never actually really had a squad with him.
Mm-mm.
He never really had a squad with him.
He didn't have a superstar squad. He didn't
Allen
have that.
Iverson, Allen Iverson is to the NBA what Barry Sanders is to the NFL.
There you go, bro. There you go. And look, we could sit here, like I said, and bring up teams that would just annihilate whatever we have right now, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
But let's go to the NBA itself, okay? Because this
Mm-hmm.
is where the game gets disgraceful, bro. When Silver took over,
Yeah.
bro, this
He catered to the players. He catered to the players, and he's catering so much that he wants to take games. Look, he wants to take games off, right? He wants to take games off, and he because this is what the players want, and he wants, and the players don't want back to back, so he's gonna they don't want no more back to backs, so he's gonna give them what they want.
yeah. Because where was load management? When did that start?
That started, I want to say somewhere like it started with the Spurs. It started with Pop,
Right.
but I
What
want to say
era?
it was like 2013, 2014, something like that.
2014. Okay.
Something like that.
And it has just gotten out of control, bro. This is did let me ask you a question, bro. When you signed up to be a professional athlete and join the NBA, is this what we signed on for? You signed on to take
No,
days
bro.
off? I
I'm
thought
I'm gonna tell you why. The highest level of sports that I've ever played was high school football. That
Mhm.
was it.
Okay.
You actually think I didn't want to
Did you
be out there on
score?
the field?
Did you score 4 touchdowns?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not. But do you honestly think that I didn't want to be out on the field?
Uh-huh.
Of course, you want to be
Of
out on the field and you
course.
want to play,
Right.
right?
Right.
You want to act. You want to make a contribution to the team. You don't want to just take games off. And
Bro.
this is why. And this is why guys. And this is the only time I'm going to bring it up. This is why guys like Jordan and Kobe and Magic and Bird
Bird.
and Iverson and Duncan and Olajuwon and so on and so forth are so revered to us because these guys didn't take games off and they play with their hearts out. You mentioned those Sacramento Kings teams, Vlade Divac, right? Chris Webber.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
Bro, this is the thing. The NBA used to be exciting to a point where you would have a barbecue and have your friends come over to watch the NBA All-Star game. I haven't watched the NBA All-Star game.
bro, we used to.
Fuck, I can't even tell you.
Here's the thing: we used to run pickup games when I was younger, right? We used to run pickup games and run straight home
Yeah,
to watch the All-Star
watch
game,
the All-Star game. There you go.
right? We would play pickup games and run straight home to watch the NBA finals.
Yep.
Ain't nobody doing that anymore.
No.
We
I'll catch it on YouTube. I'll look at the clips later because the game isn't exciting anymore, bro.
the game is
And
horrible.
I'm gonna bring this up real quick because I know we're in a time crunch, right,
Yeah.
bro? Tell me why, and ain't nobody gonna be able to battle this one, okay? When David Stern was the commish, right?
Right.
Whenever he didn't have a favorite, bro. Whoever won the title, he came out, he gave him the trophy. He was like, "Hey, man, good for you. Y'all busted your ass and you got this trophy, right?" Okay. Let's fast forward now to Mr. Silver, right? Can you tell me why? And you can go look it up yourself. Anybody who's listening, all one of you or two of you, whatever, right? Bro, there's literally clips of everyone who's won the championship that he's given the trophy to, and he's smiling and he's got this big overjoyous look as he's handing over the championship to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except for one
I've seen
team,
it.
brother.
I've seen
When
it.
the
I've seen that
Lakers,
clip.
when the
I've seen
Lakers
that.
won the championship, Was he smiling when he handed it over to him, or did he look pissed off? Like, I can't believe I have to
He
hand
looked
this shit
miserable.
over
To be
to
honest
you.
with you, to be honest with you, he looked miserable.
Look miserable, right?
And I want to piggyback off of this Adam Silver conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this whole thing, right? If you listen to LA sports media, right? Especially ESPN Los Angeles, they usually have this conversation of the who's the worst commissioners in sports, and a lot of times it's Roger Goodell, a lot of times it's Manfred from Major League Baseball. It's not. It's not, because the game has grown with both of those leagues.
Yep.
100%. The game has grown. The games are watchable. Yeah, I understand that in the NFL there are particular penalties you don't like being called, right? And I get those things. Did the game change a little bit? Yeah, the game has changed a little bit in the NFL. Is it as physical as it used to be? No, of course it's not. It's a different sport, but guys aren't looking to take games off. Number one, right?
Yep.
Number two is the product on the field is still good. It's still watchable. Now you'll have these specific fans. You have fans out there that like to play these conspiracy theories with the Super Bowl logos. It's just stupid to me.
We'll get into that in another episode.
Yeah. I'm not getting into that conversation, but you have the Roger Goodell part of this, right? Then you have the Manfred part of this with Major League Baseball. Okay,
right.
He's did some things that have made Major League Baseball a lot more watchable than they were before. He cut down some of the time. He put a pitching time clock for the pitchers and for the batters, right? So he did some things that still made the game watchable and enjoyable for us as fans, right?
Right. Yeah.
Where the NBA has gotten worse and has gotten worse and is getting worse and it's getting worse to the point where the playoffs are not watchable, the finals are not watchable, the product in the regular season is not watchable, and the All-Star game is not watchable. Nothing across the board is watchable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When you watch the Super Bowl, let me remove last year's, right? Because this past year's Super Bowl was kind of boring.
Right.
But I think I would have said that the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl, even though it was a blowout, it was exciting for most people because fans got to see somebody win the Super Bowl other than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
Let's go to Major League Baseball, right? 2 years ago, you had the and it's not just because I had this flag flying over my head, but you had the Dodgers and the Yankees who renewed a rivalry in the World Series, right? That went 5 games.
Yep.
Last year's World Series, and people call it the greatest World Series ever and the greatest Game 7 of all time in Major League Baseball history for a reason. The product was watchable.
Yeah.
People enjoyed it. And nobody is saying the same thing about the NBA. People are deliberately, fans like us are not watching.
They're not watching.
Not happy with the product. It sucks.
And you can, bro, I could count. I'm going to need your hands as well for how many times I see it's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. Every game can't be rigged, can it? I know. It wasn't an accusation in our day. People went out there and did what they did. Maybe you had those salty ones every now and then, right?
Absolutely.
That would be, it was rigged. Okay, that was like a small amount of people, right? No, look at this era. Hey, you see it every hour on my timeline. I'll tell you that much. This is rigged.
Absolutely, and it's the defense that is not allowed to be played.
Exactly.
Number one. Number two, it's the constant flopping. Number three, which was intended, too many 3-point shots.
Yep. Yeah.
Everything is dependent on the 3, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I can't stand when they put somebody like Jokic in the conversation with the guys like Shaq, Kareem, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson.
Stop it. Don't.
This man has no bigs he has to go up against. There is no real bigs he has to go up against.
Nah.
None.
Yeah.
And
There's
if
no
you're
such thing
putting
as
Gian
bigs.
and if you're gonna put Giannis one-on-one with Tim Duncan's gonna destroy him.
Yeah.
I heard a kid the other day. There was a kid and an old head talking about Evan Mobley. This kid was talking about Evan Mobley being a greater power forward than Tim Duncan. You're tripping. You're tripping. This kid was talking about Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley would eat up Tim Duncan. You are tripping. And this is the mindset that people have nowadays. This is the mindset that they carry, and they are really convinced by that. And I don't want to hear the example of, oh, they're young. They're young. To me, that's an old tired of that's an old
Yeah.
tired
It's
excuse.
just a cover up excuse, bro.
It is.
That's
It
all
is
it is.
because we hear this in hip hop too, and it's a tired excuse. Because I remember growing up as a kid in hip hop, listening to oldies, listening to funk, right? Listening to all this music because this is what was in my ear. This is what I was listening to. This is what I enjoyed as a kid coming up. When I was coming up watching the NBA and watching the NFL, I was watching guys like Walter Payton and Mike Ditka and so on and so forth. I was watching these guys. I was watching the Joe Montanas of the world. I was watching these guys ball. I was watching these guys play. As a kid growing up, I was watching the Bo Jacksons of the world play for the Kansas City Royals. The Ricky Hendersons play for the Oakland A's. I remember these things.
Bro,
AJ has nothing to
the
do with it.
it's look, top and bottom line, bro, the NBA is not enjoyable anymore. I remember when I would, bro, just a couple years ago, I was like, bro, I can't wait. I would tell you, bro, I can't wait. We got it done. Da, 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 right? When's the last time I called you and told you anything about basketball? I think the last thing I talked to you about was when you messaged me that we got Luca. I think that was the last thing we talked about that was
Yeah,
exciting in basketball, bro.
yeah.
Look,
Because it's
the game, I hate to say it, bro, it's dead. I don't even like enjoy watching it. I can't. You know what I do? And this is true facts, bro. I just look at the highlights.
I don't even
So
do that.
that's what I do. If I want to know if the Lakers won, I'll look at the highlights and I'll be like, ah, they lost.
I don't even bother to do that.
It's just, bro. And I thought maybe, you know what? Maybe it's because I'm getting older, bro. No, no, it's not because I'm getting older. Because I still enjoy watching.
Here's part of the problem. Part of the problem is you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You already
true.
know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You already know.
Yeah.
You already know what's going to happen.
We didn't know what was gonna happen back in the day, bro.
No,
We didn't. Like, damn,
no.
I didn't see that coming.
Like
You know.
you wouldn't you couldn't find a Laker fan. I'm sure you could, but that wasn't convinced. Oh, we're gonna lose a series because of who we're playing against, and the fact that they flop and they do all this other nonsense as well.
Hmm.
And I'm sure you got the same thing going on with some of the Spurs fans as well, and their mentality is thinking the same exact thing too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure it's there.
They're not gonna be able to beat the flopping, bro.
I'm
And bro, when were and this is the last thing we're gonna say. When did the fucking referees become the star of the league? Am I missing something? Because I know back in the day, motherfuckers weren't making reels of themselves officiating. They weren't recording themselves.
I think that's a problem across all sports.
It's ridiculous.
I think that is a problem across all sports, and that's not just
It's not just basketball. I get that, but I'm saying the one of the biggest ones right now is basketball. Like
it's
they'll
actually all
announce the
three, bro.
yeah, but
It's actually all three.
what I'm saying is like when you see who's refereeing tonight's game for the NBA, you automatically go, oh, because
No, I'm telling you, it's the same in Major League Baseball. It's the same in the NFL.
that's crazy, bro. When
Trust
did
me,
this
bro.
start
It's the same thing going
happening, bro?
across.
Why can't
It's the same.
simple question, brother? Why can't the talent decide the game? Why can't the talent go out there who get paid $100 million
It's easy
to play?
That's an easy answer. It all changed when sports betting became a thing.
That's very true. You know what? I didn't even stop and think about that for a second. And
That's when.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm gonna say this, bro. In closing, this isn't my NBA anymore. It's unwatchable. I think I have more fun watching the G League. I think I have
I'll tell
more
you what is
fun
fun to
watching
watch.
people
The Big
on the
Three.
yeah, there you go. I couldn't think of the
The
name
Big Three is fun to watch.
because they play physical and they play
Yes.
with emotion and bro, they're getting
Yes.
oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. I'm not. My NBA is dead. This isn't my NBA anymore. I don't know whose
Yep.
NBA this is. It's probably the I don't know, bro. It feels like you know what it feels like, bro? It feels like remember when WWE was at its hottest point, the Attitude Era? Like, man, you could not wait to see what was gonna happen. Now it
Mm-hmm.
feels like the NBA is AEW. I can't watch it because I just can't watch it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
it's
horrible, bro. It's horrible, bro.
it's a horrible product. It's a horrible product, and that's part of the reason why, and that is the reason why I don't watch. And I haven't watched.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a sequel sec.
When's the last time you
I
watched a
haven't
game?
watched a sequel second.
Since when?
I have at all. I haven't watched a sequel a single second.
No, I'm asking when was the last time you actually watched a game?
A game?
Yeah, that made you say, okay,
Oh,
I'm done with this shit.
I was bored watching TV, and I actually flipped through a Laker game one time. They were playing on, I think it was ESPN or something like that, and I was like, "Nah, this product is horrible.
Damn,
This product is
that
horrible."
had to be at least 2, 3 years ago, at least.
No, that was recently.
Oh, like a year ago, maybe.
No, this was earlier this
Just
year.
very recent. Okay, well,
Yeah, I was bored.
you're
Like I
not
said, I was
missing
bored
anything.
watching TV.
You're
I was
not
bored
missing.
watching TV, and I saw the Lakers were playing. And
And you're
that's the
like,
thing. A lot of times I forget that they're playing too, and I don't even watch.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Purposely. So I was
it's
flipping the channel. They just
you
happened to be
wanna
playing. I'm like,
you wanna know how bad NBA is, bro? And I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off, but this is how bad it is. Did you know now with every phone that you have that you buy, they actually integrate something that tells you there's a basketball game on? Did you know that? Google,
yeah,
you're not asking Google. Google will just throw it at you and be like, hey, they're playing right now. And you're like, what the fuck
yeah.
is this? I have to mute that. I didn't ask for that. I didn't install anything to say, tell me a basketball game is on. They actually have to tell you that a basketball game is on. Don't you think that's a little weird? When did you ever get those before?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like I said,
It's
the product
bad.
sucks, and the
It's
product is
bad, bro.
horrible.
I can't
And
I can't
like I
watch
said,
it. I won't watch
nope.
it unless we get a new commish that comes in there and cleans house and makes NBA fun again. You know how they say Trump make America great again? Yeah, how about commissioner make the NBA watchable again? Because right now I can't watch it. Um, and I want to take the time, bro, to thank you, brother.
Mhm.
I know today is your day. You're king for a day, my brother. Um, and I'm so just honored and humbled that you took that time out to come on here with me and allow
Absolutely.
me to tell you how bad the NBA sucks. Because this is bad, bro. Is
No,
is
allow you. Thank you for allowing me the time to agree with you.
and people that know, brother, you're very debatable. Like you will not always agree, but I'm glad we agree on this one because it's just
Yeah.
I can't watch
Oh,
it, bro.
and for once, let me just say this.
Uh-huh.
For once, the product, the horrible NBA product is not solely on LeBron James because he
Mm-mm.
can't have all the blame
Mm-mm.
because you have the commissioner that is responsible for this mess.
Yeah.
End of debate. End of question. The commissioner, is solely responsible for this mess and this horrible product.
This is bad, bro. I'm just gonna ask this one last question before I leave, brother, because we got a few like 2 minutes. The NBA is dead. So is the center position in the NBA unless you shoot threes.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. That ain't the center no more.
Nah, you're
That's
you're
that's an overglazed shooting guard.
yeah. They're very tall shooting guard, right?
Yeah,
I can't, brother. I can't, man. What happened to the power dunks and the fucking physicality and
yeah, we don't get those.
oh my
We get the
God,
flopping
brother.
instead.
Yeah,
These guys
God.
are flying around like birds. And I don't mean Larry Bird either, because
Right.
that man actually played.
That man played, bro. You'd get offended if you put a white man on him. I'll tell you that much.
I
Uh,
know that's right.
anyway, brother, again, thank you for taking the time to join
Absolutely.
me. Everybody, this is episode 1. You just never know what I'm gonna talk about because this is not a planned, thing. This isn't something where I say, "Hey, let's talk about this." You know what I mean? Nah, this is just what it is, man. When I feel like we're doing one, we're doing one. So, anyway, like I said earlier, please go follow that man, Cervin Rams Podcast. You can find him on everywhere, social media. You can find him on Instagram, YouTube. I guarantee you, you will love what you hear once you go hear it. My brother, again, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
And
Appreciate it.
from that point, we are out of here, y'all. Peace.